Hello there, Taurus. This is Gwyneth. Welcome. And let's get going. I want to cover a lot of territory. This is a forecast that runs from the 4th to the 15th. I will talk about the lunar eclipse that happened on the 3rd, though. I think it's important. So we'll start out there. Taurus, that lunar eclipse fell in your 5th house. Love, beauty, children, arts, romantic involvements. An eclipse like this is about an ending. So it could be a situation where you are ending a cycle of being single. It could be that one of your children is going off to college. It could be that you are no longer a married couple or unmarried couple. It doesn't matter what you are, but you as a person are now a parent. These kind of endings are not necessarily something that needs to be struggled with. It's just life change, but it is happening in your 5th house. Another important moon for you this forecast period is the moon in Scorpio, and it falls in that area of your chart that's all about long-term partnerships, whether it's with a dry cleaner or with a long-term love interest or a business partner. This is a period to be reckoned with during that 2-day period. Same goes with fellow earth sign Capricorn. On the 10th and the 12th and the 13th, the moon will be emphasizing Capricorn in your 9th house. I would suspect that some of you will be traveling or doing anything but pay attention to the mundane side of life. You're ready to break out and do something interesting. And that will be part of the, excuse me, I had to adjust my chair, part of the scenario that you can encounter. On the 5th, the sun trines Jupiter. Yay! And the sun in Pisces, which you love, and Jupiter in Cancer, very compatible, will be all about communicating your ideas to people that are ready to listen. It could also be about communicating some of your dreams and desires to someone who cares. So keep that in mind. On the 6th, Venus moves into Aries. And on the 8th, Aries in Venus will link up with Saturn in Aries. Excuse me, but that's my dog barking at the mailman. So with that transit, you have this very, very, very energetic emphasis on your spiritual life, your life path, and also on announcing or putting into the world something that you've held close to the chest, as they say, or close to the vest. What is it that you are ready to bring into the world? Maybe that you are an incredible sculptor. Maybe that you're an incredible dancer. Or maybe that you've decided to leave your marriage and join a holy order. I don't know. It could be any number of 1,000 things. But this is a period that would have that possibly occur because the strong push from Saturn takes this beautiful, lovely thing that you care so deeply about and allows you to move it into the world. And then on the 15th, Mercury, the planet of getting ideas across, will be conjunct to Mars in Pisces. The two join forces and help you connect with people who would help you further your cause, whatever that cause is. Or to help you invest in an idea that you have long held as a dream. Maybe you want to open up an herb shop, go to school and take classes to become a potter. I have no idea, but it could be something like that, because you are a Taurus and you do like to work with your hands. Now, let's take a look at the oracle cards and see how they affect you right now. What does Taurus need to hear? Father, husband, brother, and son. Somehow or other, these players are very important to you right now. Is something happening with one of these individuals that you need to pay attention to? These cards are bulky, but my little cards have disappeared. A sudden occurrence, Ace of Swords. Anxiety surrounds it. Queen of Swords is an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Use your head. Don't get as stressed out as they are, or you won't be able to help them. Page of Wands is a message coming through. They are going into a new cycle, a new chapter of their lives, and so are you. With the changes that are occurring around this member of your tribe, there could be a shift in the way you see yourself. There could be some concern here about their well-being or their financial situation, although there's help. And the ultimate is there's a party or a joyful experience connected to it. So just keep that in mind. There is a shift occurring for one of these individuals, and you might want to check it out as you go through the week. Okay, Taurus, thank you so much. If you like what I'm doing, please, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello, Virgo, and I hope you're well. This is a forecast that runs from the 4th to the 15th. But I do want to capitalize on some information from the total eclipse, which is in your sign, oh, by the way. And it's affecting you and your life choices and the way you're moving forward. And it could be an ending to something that was very important to you. Maybe a project you're working on has come to an end. I know a lot of makers, people who work with their hands, people who are artists, people who construct things. They move from one project to the next. That could be this. Any number of things. But the total eclipse is always an ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. Not quite the beginning, but on the verge of it. So keep that in mind. As far as Virgoan things that should be emphasized as far as the moon cycle, on Thursday, the 12th and 13th, the moon will be in Capricorn, a fellow earth sign. And for you, that is in the 5th house of love, beauty, romance, your kids, and anything creative that you're interested in, even going on a picnic. That will be emphasized during that time frame, the 12th and the 13th. The other thing that's going on is that on the 5th, which is Thursday, the sun will meet up with Jupiter in Cancer. The sun in Pisces is a water sign. Jupiter is a water sign. And for you, Virgo, the Pisces energy is your long-term partnership, whatever form it takes. And then Jupiter in Cancer is in the 11th house. So there could be a meetup between people who are interested in investing in your ideas and support from a partner. That's one scenario. There are many. But remember, it lands in the area of partners and big organizations and people who are invested in the way you do what you do. So if your partner is actually, a marriage partner, they could be called in to help out on this. It could be, something out of a Hallmark movie where your husband or wife or whoever it is actually a detective and you are, I don't know, a baker. Sound familiar? Anyway, moving right along. The other thing that's happening is that on the 8th, Venus will be in Aries, and it will conjunct Saturn in Aries. So there's a major transition occurring, and Saturn has the practical know-how to push this important creative endeavor forward. It could also mean that in order for you to carry something out, you have to move, or you get the notice that you need to go, or you need to find a new building, or any number of transitional issues. Divest some funds, move them into another area. It could play out like that. On the 15th, Mercury will conjunct Mars, all in the sign of Pisces, in, you guessed it, the area of your long-term partnerships, the 7th house. There's action. There's lots of talking. The talking is leading to action. The communications are leading to action. And this has to do with your partner. Are you two working on a project together? Are you planning to make your relationship permanent? Are you trying to dissolve the partnership? It could be a business partnership. It could be, a relationship that you consider a partnership that is outside the boundaries of love and romance. So all of this is churning over this next 11-day period. And some of it's really, really powerful. And it does mean that in some cases, it is life changing. You either move, you change location in some way, you change your status in marriage, you change your partnership arrangement in a company. Anything could happen at this point. Okay, so let's take a look at the oracle cards, Virgo, and see how this is working for you or not working for you. Fertility. This came up for another reading I was doing. Fertility doesn't mean that all of you are going to run out and have babies, although some of you could if that's the plan. If you want to, this is a good time for it, evidently. Fertility can also relate to producing a lot of something, mergers, house sales. I'm on the real estate kick today. Paintings, cookies, whatever, pottery bowls. So you can be a very fertile producer of something. Let's see what's happening with Virgo. What do we need to know? This is a time of major transition and a possible move. Someone's had their eye on you too for a long time. This is you not seeing that they are watching you. It's not creepy. We're not being creepy here. This is a person who is interested in you, or a group of people, because you're talented. This is possible commitment coming up for you. The Queen of Swords is all about stepping up to the plate and firmly being clear on your boundaries and what you need. If there is if somebody asks if you'd like to work for them, what do you desire? What job would you prefer, etc., etc. The person that could approach you is an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. A new project, Ace of Wands, absolutely. You could be pulled away from a company by another concern. This would benefit your family, 10 of Cups, in a major way. It could be even something like moving back to an area where there's lots of family members to support you. It's time to get moving. The Two of Swords means get off the rock, stop sitting in the ocean. The tide is coming in. Get off the rock. Are there any seagulls there? No. Two of Swords. And lastly, you're anxious. The Devil. I have to put one more card in it. You've been putting out fire. You've been doing all the right things. There is not much left to do. You're ready to step into the next chapter of your life. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Virgo. Hang in there. Changes are coming. Virgos do not like the word change. They almost hate it as much as Capricorn. But you know what? This could be very exciting. So take care. And until next time, be well. Capricorn, how are you? This is a forecast that goes from the 4th of March to the 15th. Now, before I say anything else, or I will forget it, like, share, and subscribe, if you would, please. It really helps me out. People need to know I'm out there. I know. I'm a bit of a diva, but I think it helps. I think I can help people with my ideas. Well, at least that's why I started this channel. So if you're enjoying it, please share this with somebody you know. Okay, Capricorn. I'm going to start on the 3rd. I know it's outside the forecast, but the 3rd was dun, da, 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 the total eclipse in Virgo, your fellow earth sign, and in your 9th house. 9th house is all about learning and expanding your worldview. That could be really exciting for you. It could be an opportunity to stop doing something you've been doing and move on to a new venue, maybe a new community, moving out of the United States, moving within the United States, maybe moving your office or getting out of a certain career and going back to school. But it's an ending of something that has been occurring in that 9th house. So keep that in mind. For you Capricorns, the big news is that on Sunday, the 8th and 9th, the moon will be in Scorpio. And for you, that's the 11th house of dreams and wishes. So it's a good time to get out the ye old journal and write down what you would like to see happen or what you'd like to accomplish. On the 12th and 13th, the moon will be in your sign, which means double joy, double joy. I suggest get out of the house and go do something fun. Maybe take a hike, find a tree that you like and go sit under it. Anything, but go do something fun. On the 5th, the sun in Pisces will trine Jupiter in Cancer. And Cancer is your opposite sign. It's also in the area of your long-term partnerships. And Pisces is in your 3rd house of communicating. So this is a period of time that you must talk to and communicate your dreams and ideas and concerns to a long-term partner. That doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a business arrangement. That's important. And then on the 8th, Venus will conjunct Saturn in Aries. Now, Aries is a little bit confusing for Capricorns. It's a fire sign, but it is in your 4th house of home and family. Home and family, which also includes issues around mother or a mother figure. It's dynamic. It's powerful. You might be thinking of renovating the homestead. You might be thinking of going somewhere and visiting your mother, or taking her on a trip, or doing something fun. But it does involve the entire clan. And then on the 15th, dum-da-da-dum, Mercury in Pisces will link arms with Mars, the planet of action, all in the sign of Pisces, as I just said. This is a period when communicating with someone that you know understands you will make action occur. It won't just be a situation where you're talking your brains out or you're just talking to talk. In this case, the person you have the communication with will want to do something about what you're saying. And they might actually have the ability to carry out one of your dreams. So go for it. That's on Sunday, the 15th. You have somebody that you'd like to have brunch with? This is perfect. They will listen, but they will act. So whatever you share with that person or persons, remember, they're not taking it lightly. That could play out in many different forms. It could be positive on so many levels, but be careful, because what you share, they will want to act on. Now, let's take a look at the oracle cards and see how they work for you. And then we'll take a look at the tarot. This is for Capricorn, 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 Capricorn. Ooh, yummy, twin flame. This is a person that knows you better than you know yourself. I mean, it actually could be that person you share your ideas with on the 15th. This person knows you on a psychic level, maybe not even an intimate level at this point, or they may not have shown their face yet. Twin flame. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. What do you need to hear? So this is a rebirth to this. It could be somebody you were with in the past. And you are seeing how much they meant to you. This is also, you're seeing the opportunities that are connected to this person. 3 of Wands. This could say that are some short trips in your future, maybe to go see this person or to travel with them. You're anxious. Are you doing the right thing? Are you being frivolous? Is there an immaturity to this? Maybe you're too old, too young, too this, too that. Stop that. Drink some hot milk and go to sleep. You'll feel better in the morning. Stop worrying. The Magician says you have all the skills, abilities, and native talent to do what you need to do as far as it relates to this relationship and to everything else in your life. You've been worrying your head off This is the Eight of Swords. It's the Eight of Swords is a card of illusion. She's standing tied up with a silk scarf, which is practically falling off her face. All she would have to do is wiggle a little bit and it would all fall off. The swords do not surround her. And the water is in the background. It's not even near her yet. This is an opportunity for you. A new start, a new beginning, possibly a new job. Can you do this? I think you can. You're ready. The High Priestess, use your intuition. Don't sit on your hands. Reach into your inner self. You'll find answers. Knight of Cups is an offer of love, or an offer in general, a good offer. Somebody might be interested in you as a future employee or a romantic partner. Capricorn, this is an exciting season for you. Yes, there are some endings, because the ending is in that area where you've been spending time when you travel, or, you know, maybe you're at the end of going to college, or maybe you're at the end of tripping around the world and now you have to stop and go home, but when you get there, there'll be some interesting things that meet you. You know, your life will take another turn and you will find yourself in a very exciting period of your life. So on that note, take care, and please like, share, and subscribe. Be well.